The chase is on. The Pioneers look to try and make it into the West Division playoffs, but able to do so, they have to come to Newark and get some games going. And with that, the Pioneers enter in. They're on a back-to-back game winning record, and they look to continue through this one with an opportunity to get win number 19 in the books and move closer into the 4th seed. It's the Newark Pilots, it's the Elmira Pioneers, and it's taking place here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Anthony Labonte taking you through the action here today. And let's take a peek at those standings because the chase, as I mentioned, is on. The Pioneers currently sit in the 4th seed right now. Niagara, correction on the stat there, they are 18 and 17 right now. Pioneers are above them due to that total number. As well, we look through the other things here. Winning record as well coming into this one as the Pioneers have an opportunity to go on and win this game. They have a closer spot when it comes to getting into the 4th seed. If they win out, they have 3 games remaining. This one against Newark, game tomorrow at home against Geneva, and then on Sunday going up against Auburn. They win out, they get that 4th seed, they move on to the playoffs starting on Monday. If they don't win all 3, well, then things will get a little bit more interesting. You can break down those a little bit more. But who to watch out for? Niagara, they play today against Geneva. Olean, they take on Jamestown in that game. We get ready to go here as Alex Davis steps up to the plate to take this one further. The pitcher on the mound for this one for Newark is going to be Grant Ingram, who this will be his 3rd game that he's faced off against the Pioneers. His last time out was the 2 1/3 innings that he threw in 23-0 victory in favor of the Elmira Pioneers at home. And with the first pitch, official start time 6:32 from Newark. And so Davis comes back in his 2nd day in a row in the leadoff spot. That one goes down low. It's going to be a 1-1 count coming for him. Yesterday against Geneva, had his first game batting leadoff for the team, where he ended up getting an RBI single in the 6th inning. Pitch, that one is swung on there, foul by Davis. Count now goes 1-2. Davis so far this season batting .278 as he gets ready to go. Ingram looking to try and get a punch out here. 1-2 through his appearances this season, where he has been a factor in the decision. He steps off and will return back onto the rubber to look for this one. The delivery, and that one's going to bounce in the dirt. Blocked there by the umpire. It'll be a 2-2 count incoming. Just gets past the catcher there in Brissell. Davis holds off as they get ready to go. Look down, kick and deal. That one is swung on there by Davis, foul. Will remain a 2-2 count. See what Ingram ends up doing here. Potential opportunity to try and go with a pitch outside, get Davis to chase. He has a pitch that he can work with if it does end up going out of the zone and Davis doesn't swing with the 2-2 count. The pitch, that one. In there, strike 3 is the call, and Davis will go down on strikes, and with that, let's take a peek at the fielders for the Newark Pilots. Connor Wright is over at 3rd, Colton Forney is at short, Matthew D'Ottavio is at 2nd, and Nicholas Nelson's at 1st. The outfield from left to right, Aiden Davenport, Jeremy Sosa, and Angel Gomez, while Luke Brissell does the catching in the ball game. One down as Manny Castro comes up here in this one. Big day yesterday for him. He swings on the first pitch. That'll go for a strike. 3 hits in the game yesterday, 4 times on base. He did end up getting walked in that one. He went 3 for 4 in the contest, looking at a 0-1 count right now. That one swung on there, heads over towards the shortstop. Good dive there by Forney. Not able to get it, though. It's going to be a single coming in for Castro. And now that it's 5 plate appearances in a row that he has not gotten out through the past 2 games. Man's on already for the Pioneers. Now coming up is Brett Baker. Enters into this ball game with a 15-game hitting streak that he looks to continue to work on. He started his day yesterday with a hit. He ran a total of 2 for 5 yesterday. First pitch comes in from Ingram. That one's going to go high. It's a 1-0 count. Have to see if Castro potentially tries to steal second base here. A lot of speed from the man on the base path as the righty pitcher, potential opportunity there. And that one's high. It's 2-0. Righty pitcher, it's a little bit easier for a man on first to potentially steal. Don't have the immediate look over by the man on the mound. 2-0 here for Brett Baker. Righty-lefty matchup happening now. The pitch. That one is going to bounce. Jumps out of the way there is Baker. It'll now go 3-0 for him. Pioneers enter into this ball game 18-16 on the season. Looking to try and make it into the West Division playoffs. Only the top 4 seeds make it right now. Just a little bit ahead of Niagara. He shows bunt, pulls back, gets ball 4, and Baker gets on via walk through 4 pitches. So now it's 2-man on with the cleanup man, Brandon Dumack, coming out here. Dumack is playing at first base today. His second game playing at first, normally the catcher. Dumack will step in now. Last game that he ended up playing first base on was the one against Auburn, where they ended up winning the ball game. And that one goes for a strike. They won against Auburn their last time facing them. They faced them one more time with an opportunity to potentially, if the Pioneers can clinch the 4 seed, potentially get the 3 seed as well in their endeavor. Pitch, that one is swung on there. It heads towards foul territory. Running over for that one is Nelson. No good. It's an 0-2 count. Batavia takes on Auburn today. That game is over in Auburn at Falcon Park. Then as well, there are games happening. Every single team in the West Division is playing today, including Geneva and Niagara, who are playing in Geneva. That one's down low, 1-2. And Jamestown and Olean. Jamestown trying to capitalize on the loss yesterday by Batavia to Auburn. 1-2 count incoming here for Brandon Duback. The pitch, that one, low, 2-2. So Ingram was able to bounce back from that 4-pitch walk, get a first 2 strikes on Duback. Now it's a 2-2 count. Good eye from the first baseman. Ingram looks back towards second in case he wants to throw. The pitch comes in, and that one outside corner, trying to get it, no good. Just a touch outside. It'll now be a full count incoming for Brandon Duback. Yesterday in the game, he got on base twice safely, once hit by pitch and the other by a walk. 3-2 the pitch. That one swung on a miss. He swings a little too early. A second strikeout of the day by Grant Ingram. And now coming up is going to be Jalen Tidwell. Tidwell comes into this one after a day yesterday where he saw himself get hit for the 17th time in the season. First in the PGCBL in terms of that category. That was the lone time he was able to get on base through his 5 plate appearances. And with 2 knocks on the pond, trying to strike early against this Newark team are the Pioneers. Ingram kicks and fires. That one swung on there by Tidwell. First pitch swinging. That goes to shallow right field. Going back for that one is going to be a couple of men, but the right fielder comes in and makes the grab there as Gomez for the 3rd out. A little miscommunication, but ends up getting the catch. That'll be out number 3. 2 men get on, but 2 men get left on for the Pioneers. When we return, Cannon Van Duzer comes up to the mound to get things going for Elmira. Newark gets ready with their bats here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Bottom of the first coming up now from Colburn Park. Kenan Van Duzer on the mound. Last time he was here at Colburn Park pitching, that was when he threw 7 1/3 innings, his career high in the PGCBL through both of his seasons. Last season, of course, with Geneva. This year with the Pioneers. And now he looks to try and replicate that. That game was the 11 o'clock start time that he ended up pitching in, where there's a lot of fans in the crowd with the elementary schools. Of course, love the atmosphere here at Colburn Park as that pitch goes down and they get ready to go. Batting up first for Newark Pilots is going to be Jeremy Sosa, the center fielder, who enters for this one as a leadoff man, batting .259 so far this season. Trying to get the Pilots ahead early. The Pilots have beaten the Pioneers once this season. That was in the first half of the July 4th doubleheader, where they were able to get on top of the Pioneers. Now opportunity to try and put something on the board first. First pitch from Van Duzer. That's swung on there. Coming on in. It heads over towards right field. Getting underneath that one and making the grab is Tyson Gingrich. He rolls over to his left and makes the grab. One pitch, one out. And that's about what is the motto for Van Duzer. Generally getting some ground balls. There he gets the fly out. It's a hard hit ball there by Sosa for the first out. So one down as Matthew Dianavio steps up, playing second base in this contest. Here. Duzer's first pitch. That one clips the corner for a strike. Breaking ball there gets in it for strike one. So first batter went down on the first pitch he saw. Second batter now waits for another one as Van Duzer steps and fires. That one goes low there. Good eye from Diatavio to hold off. Even exchange 1-1 right now, as they wait a second as Diatavio fixes up the pad on the shin guard there. He steps back into the box. Jones gives his sign from home. The pitch, that one is going to plunk off of Diatavio, and he will get on. Ball slips away from Van Duzer, and a man gets on for the Pilots. Hit by pitch puts him on to first, and now it's a man on looking to try and move over and get the first run on the board in this ball game as Colden Forney steps up now. The shortstop, who's batting .224 so far this season, with a man on. I'm trying to see if he can break this game open. First pitch to him. That one goes for a strike right above the knees. There. 0-1 incoming. As Jones relays the sign to his pitcher. The throw, there's a steal coming in. Jones throws down over to Esley. It's not going to be in time, though. It'll bounce a little bit offline. Jones is normally very good at catching runners stealing. He's got 13 so far this season. Not able to do so there. Dianavio gets on to second base. It's a 1-1 count as well. Coming in here. As man in scoring position now for the Newark Pilots. Pitch down there. It's going to go for a ball. It's a 2-1 count. As for Dianavio, with that stolen bag, that there will be his 6th stolen base of the season. 2-1 incoming to Forney. No chance for a ground ball double play to get out of the inning. The pitch, that one's inside, it hits him. Back-to-back batters hit by Kenan Van Duzer. So now it's 2 on here with Aiden Bolin stepping up, the designated hitter. The cleanup man looking to try and bring his men home. 2 on already. So just after first pitch fly out, back-to-back hit batters here for Van Duzer. He gets set. Looks back, the pitch, that one, it goes for a strike. So he's able to get first pitch strike. That's what Van Duzer's been able to do with the first batters that he's seen. Each single one, excluding the man who swung first, ended up getting first pitch strike. called strike, that is. 0-1, the pitch. That one runs inside, hits the batter. Hits the elbow pad. 3 on now. Base is completely loaded. That's 3 in a row that have been hit by the pitch. Potentially a little bit of concern given the fact that there were some steals happening over by D'Ottavio over at second to try and get the third. But now it's bases juiced. And there'll be a discussion happening here between Van Duzer and Ryan Jones. Christopher Babkowski here for the Pilots. Batting .225 right now. He's got bases loaded. See, steps on into this one. So far in the season, he's gotten just 3 RBIs. Opportunity to get a couple more here. Van Duzer's gotten called strike on every single batter so far outside of the first one. He steps off here and will get back on the stripe. You can see Ryan Jones telling something to his arm. The first pitch in there for another called strike. So Cannon Van Duzer continues to deal with the first pitch. 0-1 count incoming now to Babkowski. The pitch, that one is swung on hard there by Babkowski. Heads over towards right field, chasing after that one, but it's going to go too far foul. Over into the bullpen area. So it will be an 0-2 count incoming now for him. Trying to see if he can get out of the bases loaded jam here is Cannon Van Duzer. Christopher Babkowski would like to change that with a swing of the bat. 0-2, the pitch. That one is down in the dirt. Good block there by Jones with the mitt to make sure it doesn't go past him. Goes to 1-2. If the Pilots can get someone home, the momentum will be in their favor. We've not had a hit so far. That one goes outside. Jones reaches out and grabs that one. There. 2-2. They do not have a hit in this ball game so far. All 3 men getting on by hit by pitch. It's a 2-2 count incoming now for Babkowski. The pitch, that one is swung on and tipped into the mitt. First strike, number 3. So first strikeout of the day for Cannon Van Duzer comes in there. 2 down now. It's coming up is going to be Luke Brissell, the catcher for this ball game. Looking to try and see if he can add a run on the board with bases loaded, but now he has to get one into play. No opportunity to try a sacrifice fly. That will take a peek at the fielders for the Pioneers. Manny Castro's over at third. Jalen Tidwell's at short. That one's ripped there, and it's going to be high in the air, and it's going to get underneath that one is Baker. We'll talk a little bit more about those fielders when we come back. Brad Baker makes the grab, gets the third out. We head to the top half of the second inning. Pioneers and Pilots currently tied right now at 0 despite 5 men getting on in this inning. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Tyson Gingrich will come up as we return here from Newark, New York. Pioneers and Pilots currently tied at zeros. Despite the Pioneers getting 2 on, they weren't able to score, and 3 in a row got hit by pitch. Bases loaded, no one able to come home for the Pilots. So it's looking to be coming in the same vein as the game yesterday, where the Pioneers, through the first 3 innings, had 7 men left on base before they ended up were able to score a run over in the 5th inning, as Gingrich comes up now, batting .265 so far this season. Yesterday, he was able to get a double in the 6th that sparked a lot of the scoring that ended up coming in that one. Now gets ready to go here. First pitch from Ingram. That one's going to go outside. 1-0 is the count on this one. And for the Pilots so far this season, 5-25 record. Strike 1 comes in there. Eliminated from playoff contention, but still some of these players looking to get recruited in the transfer portal, so a lot still to be determined for these guys that they look to play for. That one goes 2-1. So a 2-1 counting coming here for Tyson Gingrich. So that's one of the benefits of the transfer portal and the new sort of emphasis in college sports. 2-1, that one's high. 3-1, is you see a lot more players stick around with their team just so they can get some more tape on their resume to use for their next level, especially those who potentially going to grad school, looking to go there. That one's swung on a miss there. It's going to be a full counting coming for Tyson Gingrich. Here, looking to get a man on early. Grant Ingram comes back with the strike. 3-2, the pitch. That one is ripped there. It's going to head towards right field, and it's going to drop on in. Tyson Gingrich with a blooper on in towards right field, and that gets a man on. So man on first coming in here as Jack Aylward will now come up. Designated hitter for this one. He was playing first base yesterday. They move him on over to the DH spot. Yesterday was able to get on a pair of times via walk. Trying to see if we can get a hit in this one. As he comes up to the plate. Has hit a home run in this ballpark before. Looks to try and get another piece of a baseball here. Ingram throws. That one's high. 1-0. So Tyson Gingrich able to get a hit. Puts him on first base. No outs here. Top half of the 2nd inning. Ingram set, kicks, steals. That one goes for a strike. So first pitch ball, next pitch strike. If that's the rhythm, Ingram would be in favor. So you just need 3 strikes to get the batter out. 1-1 incoming, man on first. Gingrich gets his secondary lead. That one is a bit too high above the letters. 2-1 now incoming. As they continue on here. 2 hits in the ball game so far by the Pioneers. The 2-1. That's high. And upstairs, it's 3-1 now incoming for Aylward. See, he crosses up the plate and gets ready to go here. Definitely has the green light if he's gonna pitch that he likes. 3-1, the pitch. That one's upstairs, though. right towards the nose, and he'll head over towards first base with a walk. Second walk of the day issued by Grant Ingram. Gingrich moves over towards second base. There's no outs, and Trevor Reed coming up. Reed steps up to the plate, batting .314 so far in the season. Yesterday, was able to get a single in his first at-bat. This is going to be a meeting on the mound here between coach and the infield. Trevor Reed became the starting left fielder for the Pioneers. They moved over Tyson Gingrich following Delaney's departure, as he's not playing the past 2 games. And with Trevor Reed, he's made some great defensive plays so far this season. From that left fielder spot, he had the one yesterday where it was a ripper coming from Riccio of the Red Wings, where he was able to make a leap at the warning track and get the grab before it hit off the wall. Now with 2 men on, looking to try and get some motion with the bat. Here, no outs. Ingram's first pitch, Reed shows bunt, he pulls back, but it'll be a called strike. Potentially looking to try and fool the pitcher. And that's what the Pioneers have done quite well this season, has been showing that bunt down and then pulling back as the throw comes in to lead to a couple of balls, especially on a 3-0 count. The pitch, that one is pulled back. It's going to be a ball there. 1-1. Potentially trying to go with a little bit of small ball. Just move the runners over. Get a score on the board. Gingrich over at second base. Bunt shown, pulled back, strike 2. Reed didn't like the call. Not his decision to make, though. It's a 1-2 count incoming. Don't expect a bunt here. Fouled ball on a bunt leads to strike 3. The pitch, that one in the dirt. Good block there by Brissell behind the dish. Goes to a 2-2 count. Ingram looking to get the first out of this top half of the second. He had 2 strikeouts back in the first, 1 forward, 1 backward. Started his day with a strikeout of Alex Davis. Now looks to try and deliver here as they take a second. Brissell fixes up the cleats. He's gone, as well as putting those pads back on. When he returns set, it's a 2-2 count coming for Trevor Reed from Novi, Michigan. Novi, Michigan. Trevor Reed looks to potentially knock one over to Lake Michigan and get a hold of a baseball. 2-2, the pitch, that one high, 3-2. Man in scoring position for the Pioneers, Trevor Reed so far this season has just a single RBI. 3-2, the pitch, that one's inside, ball 4. Brissell grabs the ball back, and now the bases are completely loaded, no outs. For Ryan Jones. Catcher in the ball game. Has had some difficulty getting on base, but every single time that he gets a handle of the baseball, it's normally a hard hit ball that just right moment, right time, the fielder gets there. So hard to really fault him when he's getting a piece of it. First pitch goes in there for a strike, so called strike is pitch number 1. Here, batter number 9 in the lineup. Pioneers running with 10 today. They only had 9 yesterday. Of course, PGCBL allows you to have the extra hitter to make a 10 batter lineup. That one's in the dirt. Goes 1-1. Manny Esley's on deck for the Pioneers. They get ready to roll here. 1-1 the count. Ingram steps off. Over in Batavia, Auburn currently trails the Muck Dogs 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Pitch comes in there to Jones. Did he hold up? They ask. They say he did not. Say he swung, so it's going to go into a 1-2 count there. From my vantage point, it didn't look like he swung. However, I don't have the as great of a vantage point as those on the field. 1-2, the pitch. That one's high. Hold off there by Jones. It goes 2-2. Ryan Jones with bases loaded, looking to try and get a man home. Tyson Gingrich over at third. Jack Aylward at second. First base occupied is by Trevor Reed. That one called strike 3. Down goes Ryan Jones. Third strikeout of the day by Grant Ingram. Now Esley comes up with an opportunity for the Pilots to get out of the inning without a run scoring. A ground ball double play would allow that to happen. So far in the season, they've turned 17 double plays. One down here for the 10-hole hitter. The pitch, that one, strike one. It goes down Main Street on that one. Ingram looking to continue to deal here. The pitch, that one goes for a strike. Esley thought it missed. Will be an 0-2 count now that he looks at. Ingram has settled back into his zone and worked so efficiently. 0-2. The pitch, that one swung on there. Heads over towards center field. Getting underneath that one is going to be Sosa. Looking to tag up there is Gingrich. The throw comes on over towards the man over at second base in Gianavino, but will not be in time. One run ends up scoring. The throw back over to first in to see if he went too early. Did not. Sacrifice fly comes in there. It's going to be a 1-0 ball game in favor of the Pioneers. It's the top of the lineup coming up now with Alex Davis. He struck out his last time up. Watched strike 3 go past him. 2 down now. 1 run scored. You're trading out for a run for the Pioneers. First pitch goes inside. 1-0. Here for Davis. He watched strike 3 go past him last time. Jack Aylward over at second. Trevor Reed over at first. That one's hit on the ground. It's a bouncer that goes up towards the shortstop there in Forney, who runs on over, makes the snag, steps on second, and gets the third out. So 3 down there, but 1 run does score. The Pioneers lead this one 1-0 over Newark. When we return, the bats for Newark look to try and make up for their last inning where they left 3 on base. Centralis Health is the official healthcare provider for your Elmira Pioneers. Next time you need medical attention, make sure you visit Centralis Health for all of your medical needs. Thank you, Centralis Health, for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers. We return here for the bottom half of the second inning. Pioneers were able to score 1 in the top half of the inning. Now Newark looks to try and counter back. Last time that they were up to bat, they left 3 on base. It was 3 in a row, then got hit by the pitch, then a strikeout and a flyout. Allowed Van Duzer to get out of the inning. He looks to try and remain in the zone for this one, as up to bat comes Nicholas Nelson, the first baseman, batting .316 so far this year. Pitch comes in, that one's fouled back into the netting for strike number 1. So an 0-1 count coming in here for Nicholas Nelson for the Pilots. This will be his 12th game that he started this season, 17th game played. That one's in the dirt. 1-1. And he looks to get reset here against the right-hander. The pitch, that one breaks on in. They say it's a touch too high when it crosses home plate. It's going to be a 2-1 count. Van Duzer looks on towards Jones to get the sign. The pitch, that one, swung on the ground there. It's going to be attacked there by Tidwell. He moves over to his left, throws over to first, in time for Duback for the out. And with that, as I tried to do last inning, we take a peek at the fielders for the Pioneers. Manny Castro's at third. Jalen Tidwell's over in short. Manny Esley's at second. While Brandon Duback, as I mentioned, playing on first base here today. The outfield from left to right is the same as yesterday. It's Trevor Reed, Brad Baker, and Dyson Gingrich. While Ryan Jones does the catching for Cannon Van Duzer. Now coming up, Angel Gomez, the right fielder, batting .259 so far this season. And looks to try and get a man on. Represent the tying run here in the bottom half of the second. That's how he'll do it. He knocks one over towards center field. It just drops on in over the infield dirt. And Angel Gomez is on with a single. Now coming up is going to be Connor Wright, the third baseman, who steps on here. First pitch swinging by Angel Gomez. Puts him on with that one. And for Gomez there, that will be his 16th hit on the season. Gets him on first base, represents the tying run. First pitch up high, ball 1. In there. 1-0 count here from Colburn Park. One down, pitch over to the first, trying to get the pick off with Dumack is no good. Back there is Gomez. Pitch comes in, that one's high, 2-0. Van Duzer was able to get first pitch called strike last inning. This batter, you're right, not able to do so. Pick off attempt back over this time, no good. Stays at 2-0 as Van Duzer asks for a new baseball. And we'll get back on. Over in Olean right now, the Oilers are currently leading over the Jamestown Tarpskunks 3-0. Pitch is high, throw down towards second. Esley tries to make the grab, not able to grab the ball. Good throw by Jones, no good though. Gomez has himself a stolen bag as well. It's going to be a 3-0 count. Big steal there by Gomez. Catches the Pioneers off guard. Now a man on second with a 3-0 count. One down. The pitch. That one inside, ball 4. 4-pitch walk for Connor Wright. And now coming up is going to be Aiden Davenport, the Hobart Statesman, stepping on now to try and get on through. He inherits with 2 men on, following the walk. Gomez over at second base, right at first. That one swung on there, goes foul for strike number 1. Big swing there by Davenport to try and put someone along. As he'll head back into the box for this one. Davenport so far in the season, just 3 RBIs. Pitch, that one is swung hard, and it lands into the Dumack off the bounce there. And we'll get the out at second base on that one. So fielder's choice there gets the out. And now coming up is going to be Jeremy Sosa. So Davenport goes over to first. There's conversation about the outs called there. Man on third, man on first right now. Jeremy Sosa comes up. He flew out last time up. He saw the first pitch and swung at it. There, 2 down, bottom 2. Pitch comes in, that one's fouled back. Attacking early is Sosa. 0-1 incoming. So Wright got out that last time. Davenport occupies first base. Gomez just 90 feet away, representing the tying run. Leading run at first. 0-1, the pitch, that one's low. It's 1-1. Coming in. Manduzer gets set. Kicks, deals. That one swung off the end of the bat. It'll go foul. Late on that one and underneath. Moves to a 1-2 count. Batavia leads 4-0 over Auburn right now. Battle of first place. Batavia and Jamestown. Jamestown has a pair of games against Olean they look to use in their favor. Of course, trailing right now to them. Van Duzer kicks, deals, that one high, ball, throw down towards Esley. He's going to throw back to first. Double steal attempt. Is it in time? It is in time. The throw by Esley. Not able to get on home is Gomez. Tag made by Jones for the out, and that'll be out number 3. We head to the top half of the third inning. Pioneers are able to hold off a couple men on, and it's a 1-0 ball game here from Colburn Park. When we return, the bats get ready to go for Elmira. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, ServU Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom's South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring. Return here for top 3. Manny Castro comes up to bat. Pioneers have done a good job limiting Newark so far. They had the bases loaded in the first inning. Then a steal attempt coming in by Angel Gomez. Manny Esley with a good throw on home that Jones was able to apply the tag and get the third out. First pitch goes in there for a strike against Castro. Singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1 on the day. As Ingram remains on the mound. 0-1, the pitch. That one falls right into the zone on the breaking ball. Makes it an 0-2 here for Castro. Great breaking ball so far by Grant Ingram that he's been able to just place on the top of the zone. 0-2. That one's just a touch too high. It's going to be 1-2. For Castro, improving that average. 367 so far this season. 1-2. That one comes inside. Did it hit him? They say that it did. He heads over to first base. Ingram does not think that it did. So hit by pitch goes for Castro. He gets on. And so now Brett Baker comes up. He walked his last time up. Current comes into this one, 26-game on-base streak. And gets ready to go. Lefty bat coming up. Trying to see if he can make it a 16-game hitting streak as well for him. The pitch, that one ripped. Jump, no good. Hits off the glove of Forney over there at shortstop. The throw comes in from the outfielder towards second base. It's going to be, see what it gets end up ruled as, but it's going to be the out coming in there. Down goes Manny Castro, who's trying to get over to second base on that one. It was a good jump by Forney to try and get the grab. It hits off his glove. Then the throw comes in from the outfielder, from the outfield towards second base to get the out. Will be ruled a fielder's choice on that one. One of the furthest fielder's choices you'll probably see this season. Of course, Castro playing back in case it was a caught ball. He had to get back over to first. First pitch coming up top to Duback. In that 23-0 game, Duback was the catalyst that started the scoring, had a home run in that ball game. It was the first run of it, and then it just kept on coming. 23 in total. Man behind him in Tidwell also had one. He represented the ending home run. That one goes for a strike. It's going to be a 1-1. Brett Baker over at first base. Looking to potentially get in scoring position and another run on the board for the Pioneers. Pitch, that one, another breaking ball that just drops on in there. Grant Ingram has done a great job so far today with that pitch. No shift from the fielders right now for Duback. 1-2, 1 out. The pitch, that one swung on in, missed there for strike 3. Another punch out comes in here for Grant Ingram. That there will be his 4th strikeout, and now coming up is going to be Jalen Tidwell. Flew out his last time up. Now comes into this one with 2 down. Brett Baker over at first base. No wind right now. It was a little bit windy before the game started. Had that big American flag over in center field blowing in the wind. But right now, it's at a standstill. Sun also beginning to set. Pitch comes in. That one's hit on the ground there. It's going to try and get played there by right. It bounces up in the air. No go. That was just a hard hit grounder. It'll be ruled as an E5 there. That puts Jalen Tidwell on. So now Tyson Gingrich steps up here. He had a single his last time up. That was in the 2nd inning. He was leadoff man. Ended up scoring on the sacrifice fly from Esley. Baker's now over towards second base. So 2 on right now here. That there was the 58th error in the season for the Newark Pilots. Pitch, that one outside corner, strike. Gingrich behind 0-1 in the count here. Ingram kicks and fires. That one swung on there by Gingrich. They're going to run. This looks like it's going to be in foul territory. It's going to be on the run. Grabbed there by Davenport, left fielder, for the 3rd out. So 2 get on and left on for the Pioneers. We head to the bottom half of the 3rd. Pilots looking to try and get some offense in. potentially tie this ball game up. Return here, bottom 3, Pioneers look to try and hold off. They were not able to score in the top half of the inning despite having 2 on. Now coming up is Jeremy Sosa, who batted in the last inning but is coming back up now following the caught stealing of Angel Gomez. Trying to get on via double steal with Aiden Davenport. However, Manny Esley from second just made the throw over to home. First pitch comes in. That one swung on a miss there for a strike. 0-1 count incoming. Van Duzer looks to deliver on here. 0-1 the pitch. That one inside corner strike. Good job there by Duzer. Continuing to paint those sides of the plate and of the zone. 0-2 incoming. The pitch. That one bounces in the dirt. Good block by Jones. We'll take a second before getting back into this one. Just to reset himself and get ready to go here. So it becomes a 1-2 count to Sosa, who is last 2 times at the plate, including the last inning where he had a couple pitches that he saw. Swung on the first pitch. That one bounces in the dirt again. So back-to-back balls in the dirt for Cannon Van Duzer that he looks to try and work on. Bounce so far, not leaving the shoulder of Jeremy Sosa. 2-2 incoming, no outs. Look down, the pitch. That one's high, full count. And so Jeremy Sosa now steps back up to the plate with a full count. The pitch, that one goes past. And so on to first base goes Sosa. So leadoff man gets on there by a walk. And so now Matthew D'Ottavio will come up to bat for the Pilots. He gets a sign from his coach with a man on. Potentially see maybe a bunt or some little base bloopers to try and get the man over. Pitch, that one swung on there. It goes high, though, towards foul territory. Brandon Dubek runs over to his right. He's going to get called off by Esley, who slides, looking to make the grab, and he ends up doing so. Sliding grab by Manny Esley to get the out. One down now. And it's coming up now is going to be Golden Forney. Following a P4 over in foul territory. Picking off attempt by Van Duzer, no good. One down here. The pitch, there's a running man, but it's going to be a foul ball there. Sosa not able to move over, he'll have to head back. It's an 0-1 count coming in now. Here. Forney. Gone on via hit by pitches last time. He hits that one high in the air, foul once again. So first two pitches he sees, he swings at. It's an 0-2 count coming in now. Throw back over towards first base. It's going to go back there. So no good. Pitch comes in, and that one, did he swing? No go. No appeal attempt there by Jones. He steps outside, it's a 1-2 count. Pitch out attempt there. Potentially try and catch Sosa running. Set now is Van Duzer. Looks down towards home. Kicks, deals that one. Swung on a miss there for strike 3. That'll be his second punch out of the ball game. He had just 2 back in that game against Newark, where he threw 7 1/3. So now it ties that mark here. 2 down, 1 man on. Tying run represented there. As coming up is going to be the next batter, and Aiden Bolin, the 4-hole batter who got hit by the pitch his first time up. Van Duzer delivers. That one's high. Throw down towards second. Manny puts on the tag in time for the out. That's the 14th runner that Ryan Jones has caught stealing over at second base. It'll be his 15th overall on the season as we head to the top half of the 4th inning. Pioneers currently lead. It's 1-0 here from Colburn Park. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands. As we return for the top half of the 4th inning, Anthony Labonte taking you through this 9-inning contest here in the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Jack Elward comes up to bat. The Pioneers have left 6 men stranded on base through the past 3 innings. We're going to try and change that here as Jack Elward comes up. Ingram remains on the mound. First pitch, that one is ripped there by Aylward. Heads over towards left field, though. Is getting underneath that one and making the grab is going to be Davenport. for the out. So one down there on the first pitch swing by Jack Aylward. So now coming up is going to be Trevor Reed. Try and see if he can get a man on here. Last inning ended with a fly out by Tyson Gingrich. This one starts out with a fly out by Jack Aylward, both towards the left fielder in Davenport. Pitch comes in. Reed rolls over that one. It's going to be grabbed there by the third baseman in right. Throw over to first in time for the out. So 2 pitches, 2 swings, 2 outs.
Next, number 44, the catcher, Ryan
Efficient
Jones.
inning so far by Ingram as Jones comes up here. Looking to try and see if he can get through the inning in just 3 pitches is Grant Ingram. Looking to do so here against Ryan Jones. So far in this ball game, Ingram has thrown a grand total of 59 pitches. Pitch number 60 coming in here. Kick, deal, that one down low, ball 1. So not able to get the 3-pitch inning, but able to do so efficiently so far. We cross over to the hour mark of this ball game. Thank you for joining us here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Pioneers currently in the 4th seed in the West Division, trying to hold on to that spot as they take on the Pilots today. That one goes for a strike. It's going to be a 1-1. The Pilots currently eliminated from playoff contention, but still a lot of pride still to be played for, especially in the effort of these guys looking to try and transfer schools or just get more tape on their resume. That one goes for a strike. It's going to be a 1-2 count now incoming. Ryan Jones watched strike 3 go past him his last time up. Trying to hope the same feat does not happen here. The pitch, that one goes inside. It's going to be a 2-2. So I mentioned this chase for the playoffs, and that includes Olean and Niagara, both of whom are playing today. 2-2, the pitch, that one high, 3-2. Niagara plays against Geneva right now in Geneva. Neither side have scored in that ball game. Olean hosts Jamestown right now. They lead in that one. As the look comes down from Ingram on the full count, that one's too high. Ryan Jones gets on via walk.
Next, number 7, second
So it won't be a 1-2-3 inning for Ingram, but now comes up Manny Esley. Try and get things going here for the team. He had 1 plate appearance earlier, but the sacrifice fly that ended up scoring home Tyson Gingrich. Now he steps up ready to go for this. In terms of that Olean game, right now it is 5-0 in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. Olean has just put on the scoring pieces in these past 2 games against now Jamestown and Niagara. They scored 10 yesterday against the Ironbacks. 1-0, the pitch, that one fouled back there. It'll be a 1-1 count. That heads over towards the parking lot. Hope not to hit anyone's car over there. Esley now 1-1. He gets ready to go. Beautiful day today for baseball. High of around 73. That low 70s. Nice piece after yesterday's, where it seemed a little bit cooler. The wind came in and ended up changing it a little bit. That one goes for 2-1 now. Great day for baseball. Going to be about the same weather tomorrow. High of around 76 degrees tomorrow in Elmira. The pitch, that one goes for a strike. 2-2. Be a great day to come to the ballpark. We have fireworks presented by Hilliard and Southern Tier Custom Fabricators tomorrow at Dunn Field. For ticket information, you can call 607-734-2690. Ryan Jones over at first. It's a 2-2 count with 2 outs coming to Manny Esley. The pitch, that one's in the dirt. Good block there by Purcell. It's now going to be a full count incoming here. Top of the order waits on deck. Alex Davis looking to get back up. As Ingram looks down towards home. Set now. 3-2. The pitch. That one hit on the ground there. It's going to be attacked there by Fournier, who throws over to first in time, gets Nelson for the third out. Ingram holds one man on. That's the 7th base runner that's been left on base for the Pioneers. Out of the bottom half of the 4th, Newark looking to try and change that up, make it a tied ball game when we return. Bottom 4 here and coming. Kenny Van Duzer remains on the mound. Pioneers just 1 run so far, despite leaving 7 men on base. And now coming up is going to be Aiden Bolin, who was up to bat last time before the man was caught stealing, and Jeremy Sosa by Ryan Jones. 15th runner caught stealing so far this season by him. One of the top men when it comes to that. Just a quick pop time and hard throw by him was able to get the man out at second base. Pitch comes in, and that one's going to go past. In comparison, Newark so far today, just 4 men left on base in the ball game. They want to try and tie this one up at ones. As Van Duzer squares on that rubber, he fires. That one is ripped high in the air. Heads over towards foul territory where Dubak's running over for that one. It's going to drop in front of him, though, for a strike. It's a 1-1 count now incoming. Here. Good piece by Bolin, however, just a touch late. That's what sent it over towards foul territory on the right side. This goes 1-1 right now. Back up to bat comes Bolin right now. Just 3 hits in this ball game by both sides. The pitch, that one hit hard but foul again. Over towards the right side and the opposing side bullpen. Now goes 1-2. We've seen plenty of walked batters, hit batters for both teams. It's part of the reason why this score looks the way that it does. Pitch, did he go on the swing? They asked down, they say he did. Strike 3 came in there on the swing. That's the 3rd punch out of the day by Kenny Van Duzer. More strikeouts he's had in this outing than he did in his last outing against Newark at Colburn Park. He had 2 in that one. Now 3 in this one. Up to bat comes Christopher Bemkowski, the extra hitter for the ball game, 0 for 1 on the day. He was the first victim of strike 3 for Newark on the day. First pitch comes in, that one will go for a strike. Breaking ball there, gets in there. It's a 0-1 count. And Cannon Van Duzer delivers that one outside. 1-1. Looking to try and get his first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game. Here it goes on the 1-1. The pitch, that one hit on the ground there. It's attacked by Tidwell there at short. He throws over to first in time for Duback, who makes the catch with ease and gets the second out. So ground ball, the game, name of the game for Van Duzer. And so now it's 2 down as Luke Brissell comes up. The catcher enters here for this one. Getting ready to go. The pitch from Van Duzer, and that one goes right into the top corner of the zone for a strike. Look over towards dugout. Maybe someone wasn't too favorable with that call. Next pitch, that one is swung on a miss there for strike 2. It's going to be an 0-2 count. Looking to get out of this one. 1-2-3 in order. The pitch, that one is hit foul. Heads between the legs zone for the home plate umpire. Remains 0-2 here. Newark and Elmira meet for another time this season. This is the final time they'll meet all year. Last time these two sides met, it was the 23-0 ball game. Ended in the 7th inning following Landon Birch's complete game shutout. That one's hit up in the air. Called off there is Van Duzer. Astley attacks it. He jumps, he grabs, he makes the out. Great play there by Manny Astley, the second baseman, for the third out. We head to the top half of the 5th inning. Pioneers currently lead this one. It's 1-0 from Newark, New York. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Top 5 incoming, top of the order upcoming as well. Third time through the lineup here. And it's going to be Alex Davis coming up for this one for the Pioneers. So far, just 1 run scored by the Pios. So they look to try and get their 19th win on the season. 18-16 entering into today. First pitch, that one swung on there. It'll go foul. Hit off the plate there. So it'll be strike 1. Davis will take a second before coming back in to go here. Shadows cast it down, as you see. Apologize for the sun coming in there. No clouds in the sky right now. That one goes for a strike. 0-2. Colburn Park, always one of the fun ballparks to play at for this team. That one's hit on the ground there by Davis. It's going to be grabbed there by Fournier, who throws over to first base in time to get the out. 6-3 starts things off for this one in the 5th. Now Manny Castro comes up. He's gotten on base twice. Once by a single and the other by a hit by pitch. And gets ready to go. Ingram remains in this ball game through 4 1/3. Getting ready. Pitch comes in. And that one goes for a strike. Called strike at that. Hesley held up. Excuse me. Castro held up. You have a pair of Mannies on the team. Make sure you're saying the right last name. That one goes down low. Donnie clipped the zone, but did not do so. Is Ingram. Good framing by Brissell. It's a 1-1. Pitch comes to Castro. He rips on that one, heads over towards right center field. It's going back there, and it's going to be off the wall. Castro moves over towards second base. Almost had himself another home run. He had one earlier in the season that went right center field. Opposite field he goes. Double for Manny Castro. He has not gotten out on a plate appearance since his first one yesterday. And now with a man in scoring position, Brent Baker comes up. Big rip there by Castro. Looking to try and extend this lead for the Pioneers. Brent Baker, he has a walk on the day and also hit into a fielder's choice. That was a tough fielder's choice at that. It was a scorcher that headed over towards the shortstop that was not able to make the play. That one's hit on the ground. It's going to be attacked there by the shortstop and Fournier, who throws over to first hit. Is it going to be in time? It is. Very close, but good throw by Fournier to get the out. So now it's going to be 2 down here. Castro moves over to third base there, and now Brandon Duback comes up. 0 for 2 in the ball game. He struck out twice. Man on third base. 90 feet away from making this a 2-0 ball game. First pitching coming from Ingram. That one falls on in for a strike. So Ingram threw 4 2/3 innings right now. Has just allowed 3 hits. That pitch, that one's down in the dirt. Castro will head back over towards third base. It's going to be a 1-1 count. That 1 run that did score will be earned against him. So 1-1 incoming here for Brandon Duback. Trying not to leave a man stranded again. Pioneers have done that with 7 runners so far in this ballgame. That one's hit hard, but high in the air. Heads over towards center field. Getting back underneath that one and making the snag is going to be Sosa. So runner number 8 gets stranded. Castro will head back over. We head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Pioneers and Pilots tied at, not tied, but Pioneers lead at 1. The Pilots look to tie it up when we return. Parenting today can sometimes feel like you're way out in left field. Casa Trinity Prevention wants to give you some backup for when those unexpected hits come your way. The Triple P Positive Parenting Program for families is designed to help parents step up to the plate with confidence, learn skills that will help your family become stronger, healthier, and more resilient. To learn more, visit casa-trinity.org or email Prevention at casa-trinity.org. Thank you, Casa Trinity, for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers. As we return here for the bottom half of the fifth inning, Cannon Van Duzer remains on the rubber for the Pioneers. As up to bat is going to be Nicholas Nelson, 0 for 1 in the ball game. He grounded out his last time up. It was a throw from Tidwell at short to Duback at first. Now looking ready to go. First pitch comes in, and that one's going to be high for a ball. Last inning for Cannon Van Duzer. It was a 1-2-3 inning, the lone 1-2-3 inning that we've had so far today by either side. Next pitch comes in. That one hits the batter. So he'll go on to first. There is Nicholas Nelson, hit by pitch. That there is the fourth hitter hit by the ball there as man gets on first base. Now coming up is Angel Gomez. He had a single his first time up, the lone hit of the ball game for the Pilots. But he was caught stealing at home. That one is ripped there. Heads over towards right field, but getting underneath that one is going to be Gingrich. He steps up in case he needs to make the strong throw. No need to do so. No tag-up attempt there by Nelson. So fly out there. That's the first down. And now Connor Wright steps up. He walked his last time up. He got out via the fielder's choice. That was hit by the man following him in Aiden Davenport. Van Duzer looking to try and get a ground ball. Turn a double play. If he can get out of this inning, he'd be in line for the decision. That one thrown over there. No good on the pickoff attempt. So Nelson stays over at first base. First pitch, that one's hit hard. Tidwell jumps for it, but it's going to be no good. It's a single coming in here for Wright, the second hit of the ball game for the Pilots. And now it's 2 on, as now coming up is going to be Aiden Davenport. Once again, that fielder's choice last time for him. Put him on first. He tried for the double steal with Gomez over at third. The throw came in. Esley stepped in front of it, got the ball, threw back on home, where it was just a grab and tag from Ryan Jones to get the out. Van Duzer fires. That one's hit on the ground. It's going to be attacked by Tidwell. He flips over to Esley at second. He throws over to first for Duback. Is it in time? It is. Double play turn. That's the 18th double play turn by the Pioneers this season. And Van Duzer does it in style. He's gone through 5. We had the top half of the 6th inning. Pioneers lead 1-0 here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios! We return here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network, top of the 6th inning. Jalen Tidwell steps up to the plate to take one forward for the Pioneers. Just a 1-0 ball game between them and the Newark Pilots. First pitch goes in there. It's going to be for a ball. Just a bit outside. Good framing attempt there by Brissell, but no good. In terms of the call, it's going to be a 1-0 incoming here for Tidwell. Pitch, that one's high. Home plate umpire ducks out of the way. 2-0. Tidwell got on last time via an E5. It was just a grounder that bounced a little funny over towards right. The pitch, that one swung on a miss there. The breaking ball gets him. So now it's a 2-1 count. Had it in the zone to start off. Tidwell swung at it thinking it was a pitch with not a lot of break, but then fell on down. 2-1 incoming. The throw, that one is hit on the ground there, heads over towards the third baseman there and right again, who throws over to first. Bouncer, is it in time? No, it is not. The ball falls out. Tidwell's going to run over towards second. He just kept his momentum running over to first, and he gets on via error once again. It's going to be another E5 there on the throw. And now Tyson Gingrich will come up for the Pioneers. Single so far today, 1 for 2. Man on second base, and he tries to bring on home. Pioneers left a man on last time in Manny Castro, who was over at third base. So just getting in position, giving the gear off towards Coach Burkhan over at first. And now Gingrich looking to try and bring his man on home in this one. You're going to get set. First pitch comes in, and that one's high, ball 1. So far in the ball game with runners in scoring position, Pioneers are 0 for 7. Trying to see if that can change here with Tyson Gingrich. The pitch, that one's low. 2-0 here. Ingram looking to try and get the first out of the 6th inning. Pitch, that one outside corner, no good. 3-0. See if Gingrich has the green light. He shows bunt, as the Pioneers seem to do. We'll keep the stick out there for a strike. Not pulled back in time. 3-1. Ingram sets the deal. That one down low. Gingrich will head over towards first base. Throw down goes over to third in case Tidwell tries to run. He will not. So now it's 2 men on for Jack Aylward. As over to first goes Tyson Gingrich. Aylward flew out towards left field his last time up. He also walked his first time at the plate. So 50% on base today. That matches very close to his overall average on the season with Aylward. That overall average so far this year sits at 46%. Pitch, that one's high. 1-0. Just a bit too much on top of that one. Brings the 1-0 count here to Gingrich. Or excuse me, to Aylward. Gingrich over at first. Pitch, that one too high again. 2-0. Good eye from Jack Aylward. Jalen Tidwell got on via E5. They put him over towards second base. Timeout is called by the batter. It's a 2-0 count here. One nothing lead for the Elmira Pioneers, who trying to keep their lead in terms of the 4th spot in the West Division. The top 4 teams make the playoffs. Pitch comes in from Ingram. That one bounces in the dirt. That one was what looked like ball 3, but now ruled ball 4. So ball 4 comes in there. My guess is it was just a mistake of me counting, but myself and the stats guy are looking at each other thinking that was ball 3. Either way, Pioneers get a man on via walk. They say it's all about confidence, and that's what Aylward had as he walked over to first base. Trevor Reed will come up next after this mound visit. Over to third goes Jalen Tidwell. Trevor Reed so far today, 0 for 1 with a ground out. He also walked his first time up. He got on. Bases completely loaded for the Pioneers. They had this once before. That was back in the 2nd inning with Tyson Gingrich over at third. Allowed Manny Esley to hit a sacrifice fly that allowed him to score the 1 run of the ball game. Top of the 6th inning. Past the halfway point of this one. The pitch, that one goes just a bit outside, 1-0. Sat here, kicks and deals. That one tries to break in just outside in the other batter's box, 2-0. 2-0 count incoming here. The pitch, that one low again, 3-0. The past 2 batters have not had to take the bat off their shoulder. Neither was Gingrich when it came to ball 4. Bases loaded. Reed squares for a bunt. Thrown. Pulled back. Called strike. That was in the heart of the plate. Unable to fool Ingram on that one. Goes to a 3-1. Force at any base here, so a ground ball, you expect the attack to go home. The pitch, that one. Low strike right above the knees. See Reed not too pleased with taking that one. It's now a 3-2 count. Ryan Jones on deck. The pitch. That one swung on foul there. Gone out in front of it was Trevor Reed. Has that one go foul? Remains a full count. Sign coming in from Brissell. Payoff pitch. That one swung on there. Heads over towards center field. Going back for that one. Making the snag there is going to be Sosa. Running on his way home will be Jalen Tidwell. Throw over towards third base, no good. Throw back over towards second base. We'll get the out. The relay throw gets out Jack Aylward on the tag up, but 1 run does score, so 2 down there. Sacrifice fly from Trevor Reed. It's 2-0 in favor of the Pioneers. The man on third base. Aylward thought he got in safely. No go. And now Ryan Jones comes up to the plate. Top of the 6th inning. Good throws come in from Sosa over towards third to right, who then picked him back off and got Gianavio to put the tag over towards Aylward. Pitch comes to Jones. That one outside corner, no good. 1-0. Two 2-0 Pioneers over the Pilots. 9-hitter in this one. Jones swings on that one and will go for a strike. He's 1 for 1 in this count, 0 for 1 in the ball game. Struck out looking back in the 2nd inning, was walked in the 4th though. Getting ready here. The pitch, that one swung on there by Jones, heads over towards the dugout area, trying to attack that one, but it'll go well too far foul into the stands. It's now going to be a 1-2 count here. So Tidwell started the inning off with an E5 where he was able to come home, so the run will not be earned against the man on the mound at Ingram. Gingrich is over at third. Aylward thrown down at second. The pitch, that one swung on there, foul. Sacrifice fly by Trevor Reed. That's the 2 outs of this inning. And that's where the 1 run has come in. Pioneers with just 3 hits in the ball game. A single, a double, and another single. 2 of those hits coming from Manny Castro. The pitch, that one hit there by Jones. It goes up there and it's going to fall on in. Jones has himself a hit and he runs over towards second base where it falls down in. A double for Ryan Jones, who is in a hitting skid and now will come back with a big swing like that. Jones there gets his first double of the season on that one. And it scores another run. It's going to be a 3-0 ball game. So now coming up is Manny Esley. 10th batter in this one. 3-0 lead here. Ingram throws. That one goes in for a strike. 1 count here. Esley had a sacrifice fly his first time up. Scored the first run of the ball game. Now Pioneers have put 2 on. That one goes inside. It's going to be a 1-1 here. And cross past the 8 o'clock hour on this one as Ingram delivers. That one's high there. Ingram has gone past the 100 pitch mark. He currently sits at 109. Time is out. Here. Out comes the coach. It looks like that will be the ball game for Ingram. He will step off or take a second down there. We'll step aside here from Newark, New York. A new arm comes out on the mound for the Newark Pilots after 109 pitches thrown by Grant Ingram. When we return, Esley remains in his at-bat. He's currently looking at a 2-1 count. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, ServU Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy. Return here, it's Liam Eshelman now coming in. Manny Esley comes on with a 2-1 count following the departure of the last pitcher, the man who left off there in Ingram as the throw on goes on over to first in time for the third out. So we head to the bottom half of the sixth inning. Pioneers are able to score 2. It's 3-0 here from Colburn Park when we return. Returning for bottom of the sixth inning. Coming up now is going to be Jerry Sosa, who gets ready to go. The Pioneers defense did a great job last time out where they were able to turn that double play to get out of the inning. Van Duzer looking to try and get through 6 innings of work so far. In this one, they scored 2 in the top half to give themselves a larger cushion in this one. Pitch goes in there, goes for top corner strike. And that's how it starts off the bottom half of the sixth inning. Van Duzer looks, kicks, deals. That one ripped foul. Around the West Division right now, Olean leads over Jamestown at the top of the fifth inning. That's it at Bradner Stadium in Olean. They lead 7-0 in that one. Would be a major upset if they're able to do so. Niagara Ironbacks, they lead over Geneva 1-0 there in Geneva, bottom of the sixth. Pitch, that one's low. It's going to be a 1-2 coming in. If Geneva were to come back in that ball game, Pioneers would have an opportunity to potentially clinch tomorrow. They would need an Olean loss and a pair of wins today and tomorrow, along with a Niagara loss. It's all by win percentages that control it. Set now, the throw. That one is going to go past Sosa. Doesn't hit him, though. It's going to be a full count incoming here. If the Pioneers win 2 games, their best winning percentage to end the season, or their winning percentage if they were to just win 2 of their next 3, would end up being 5-4-05, which means that either team would have to win out, considering they play each other on Saturday. That could be an incredibly important game in terms of this one. That one was fouled away. It's a 3-2 count, no outs. Pioneers, of course, have to win the one in front of them. Already leading by 3. Van Duzer's pitch, that one swung on and foul tipped into the mid for strike 3. Another strikeout comes for Cannon Van Duzer. That there will be his 4th strikeout of the ball game. Now coming up is going to be Matt Dianavio to come in for this one. Here. Looking to try and continue against these Pioneers. So far today, Dianavio, he's 0 for 1. He didn't get hit by the pitch. Started at 3 in a row that were all hit. That one goes in there for a strike. Ball comes out of the glove of Ryan Jones. Lights begin to turn on here at Colburn Park. 1 down, 1 strike for Dianavio. Pitch. That one's there for a strike. Good job by Jones to keep that one in there. Dianavio watched it go all the way by. It's now an 0-2 count incoming. Set, ready to deliver is Van Duzer. The throw. That one in the dirt. Blocked there with the knee by Jones. Dianavio, good eye to hold up. It's a 1-2. Pioneers and Pilots, final meeting of the season today. That one ripped towards right field. Tracking underneath that one is going to be Gingrich. Heads over to foul territory. He dives for that one. Does he make the catch? They say he did. Big catch there by Tyson Gingrich for the 2nd out on the running play. And so it's 2 down coming in now. And it's coming up is going to be Colin Fernie. After what was a great play by Tyson Gingrich, one of the best fielders in the PGCBL. And make a stake for that one. Tyson Gingrich, great job over in right field. Could place him anywhere in the outfield and have an immediate impact. As Forney, so far today, 0 for 1, has a strikeout. Pitch, that one's hit hard, but it's going to be attacked there by Castro in foul territory. So no play there. Go for strike 1. Just a touch outside the base path. And they'll clean off home plate before the next pitch. Quick discussion between Jones and the home plate umpire. For returning to this at-bat for Forney. Made his way to second base in the 1st inning. Following getting hit by the pitch. Throw comes in. That one's high. 1-1. So for today, 5 men have been left on for Newark. Pitch, that one sent high into the air towards foul territory. Attacked there by Jones. Goes back there but will be fouled over the netting in the fencing. For strike number 2. A 1-2 count now incoming. Here for Forney. Van Duzer works with the ball on the mound. Gets a turn to the ball and gets a better grip of it. We'll look down towards Jones, who flashes the sign down there. The pitch, that one, bounces in the dirt. Good block by Jones. Going to be a 2-2. Second to last home game for the Pilots here at Colburn Park on the season. They have a game tomorrow against the Batavia Muck Dogs. Let's try and go out strong. Pitch, that one down low. 3-2. Pioneers' final game is also tomorrow. A lot of fun events happening there. There's going to be fireworks presented by Hilliard and Southern Tier Custom Fabricators alongside the Wiener Dog Race and post-game jersey auction. For ticket information, call 607-734-2690. The payoff pitch, that one's low, ball 4. So a 2-out walk puts Forney on, and Bolin will now come up here to go forward. And there's actually a pinch hitter coming in. Bolin will step out, and now it's going to be new batter for the Pilots. And that there is going to be number 22 on the ball game here, Jaden Pena, to go. So getting ready to go here against Pena. The throw, that one is fouled there. So 0-1 count incoming with a man on first base. Jaden Pena, the pinch hitter, coming on. Throw over towards first, not in time. So remain 0-1. Throw, that one's high. 1-1. So a 1-1 count coming here to Pena. Pena so far this season batting .225. This will be his 19th game played on the year. Set, kicks, deals. That one's hit high into the air there. It's attacked by multiple players, including Jalen Tidwell, who moves back over shallow center field, makes the snag, gets the catch, gets the out. That'll end the 6th inning. Kenny Van Duzer, gone through 6, has not allowed a single run. We head to the top half of the 7th. The late innings incoming. Pioneers looking to hold on to their 3-0 lead.
The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom's South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise.
Returning here in top 7, the late innings now incoming for these two sides, and it's Alex Davis now stepping up for the Pioneers to take this one through, and it's going to be going here as remaining on the mound is Liam Esselman. As first pitch comes to Davis, that runs inside. Davis jumps out of the way. So 1-0 count incoming here. Davis so far today 0 for 3. Looking to try and get his first one on. The throw comes in there and goes for a strike. Just floated that one right on in. Davis no swing. 1-1 count incoming. The pitch, that one trying to go in there just a touch high. 2-1 now. That pitch goes in there for a strike. Now going to be a 2-2 count. 2-2 incoming. The pitch, that one low. 3-2 full count. Incoming for Alex Davis. Here. Set on the mound. Takes a breath. Payoff pitch. Incoming. That one outside, ball four. Davis gets on for the first time today. He does so via walk. And Eshelman now has to worry about a base runner. He was able to come in last time against Manny Esley, get the out quickly on the first pitch he threw. Now Manny Castro comes up. Gone on base safely every single time he's gone up today. 3 times before. Looking to try and do so in this one. He has a single and a double today. Pitch, that one's hit on the ground. It's going to be attacked there by the second baseman. There in Dianavio. It'll be a fielder's choice that gets the out. So Castro gets on the fielder's choice. Now Brent Baker comes up. One down here. Argument is there should have been runner interference here, as the coach will talk to the field umpire, because it was a run-in by Davis. And if that's the case, it should have caused the runner over at first to also be out. So one down here. The discussion comes in from the coach and the field umpire, as it's going to be a discussion between the field umpire and the home plate umpire regarding this one. Determines whether there's 1 or 2 outs coming here for Baker and if there's anyone on. So no overturn there. That's a tough one to overturn in terms of runner interference. So remain just 1 out with a man on first base and Manny Castro. First time getting on, knocked via way of a hit or some sort of walk. So technically not reaching base safely for the first time since what was the first inning in the game yesterday. Grand total of 7 plate appearances in a row that he got on safely. Now he's over at first, following the fielder's choice. First pitch comes in. That one's outside. Ball 1 to Brett Baker. One out count coming to him. We're about to reach the 2-hour mark of this ball game, just a couple minutes away. In the 7th inning. Pitch, that one swung and a miss there for a strike. It's a 1-1 count coming in. Pioneers up 3-0, trying to remain as the 4th seed in the West Division. The way that they can do so is by a win today. That one's hit high in the air, heads over towards left field. Getting underneath that one and making the catch is going to be Davenport. Castro has to have him head back over towards first base, so now it's 2 down. Baker not able to get the hit there. So now Brandon Dubeck comes up. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. And with that one from Baker, he's coming down low to the spot where his 15-game hitting streak is on the line. Have to see if he comes up once more in this ball game. Dubeck here, trying to get on base for the first time today. That one is ripped foul there on that one. Dubeck himself has a 8-game on base streak that he's trying to hold on to. Not been able to get on so far today. Just 4 hits on the day by the Pioneers. The pitch, that one outside. 1-1. And now Set fires that one high. 2-1. Eshelman remains here. Van Ingram exited the game after going 5 2/3 innings. Pitch, that one's hitting the ground foul, hits off a Dubeck. There. Went 5 2/3 innings where he ended up allowing 4 hits and had 3 runs go past him, only one of which will be earned. And looks down on the 2-2. 2 outs. Manny Castro over at first. Pickoff attempt does go that way. Ball goes past the first baseman, though. Castro's going to move over towards second base. E1 there moves Castro over. Nelson didn't have an opportunity to cleanly catch that ball. So now Castro's over at second. Still 2 outs, though, so just looking for the final strike will be Eshelman. The pitch, that one. Inside corner, strike 3. Third time today, Brandon Dubak has struck out. And that will be it for the top half of the 7th inning. When we return, bottom of the 7th, it's the late innings, and Newark just has so many chances to try and score 3 in this ballgame. Bottom of the 7th incoming, Cannon Van Duzer remains on the mound for the Pioneers. As coming up is going to be Michael DeRosa, who's pinch hitting here for Christopher Bemkowski, who is the extra hitter in the ball game. DeRosa comes in between the half innings. Looked to be as if something was said on the Elmira Pioneers dugout that issued a warning from the home plate umpire following the strikeout of Dubak. First pitch, that one's a grounder. It's going to be attacked there by Esley, but it's going to go too far. It's going to be another hit in the ball game for the Newark Pilots as DeRosa gets a single there. That there is going to be the 3rd hit in the ball game for the Pilots, and it now has put a man on with no outs. It's coming up here. It's going to be Luke Brissell, the catcher. 2 outs so far. There is a warm-up happening over towards the bullpen for the Elmira Pioneers. First pitch, swinging there for a strike. 0-1. DeRosa over at first base. Pickoff attempt tries and goes there. Will not go in favor. Will be remaining as 0-1 with just no outs. Throw back over once again, no good. Field umpire calls safe. DeRosa at first. Dubak not able to plant the tag quick enough. 0-1 the pitch. That one is foul tipped into the mitt for strike number 2. DeRosa did not run. Had an opportunity to, though. No. Foul tip into the mitt. Counts as if it's a called strike, so would have been able to steal. Pitch. That one is fouled off there. Remains 0-2 here for Mapkowski. He's flown out and popped out so far. Getting ready to go to the pitch. That one too high up towards the neck area. Be a 1-2. 1-2 count incoming now. Kenan Van Duzer trying to get the first down of the inning. The pitch, that one hits off the helmet there of Brissell. So now it's another man on. That's another hit batter by Kenan Van Duzer. His 5th hit batter in this ball game. As now it's 2 men on. Man on second, man on first. Here for Nicholas Nelson. Interesting. Not seen a mound visit from Coach Burkhan yet with Kenan Van Duzer. Bunt shown. That one's hit up in the air. It's going to be grabbed there by Van Duzer. Just a pop out on the bunt. Good attempt, but not enough there. So grabbed by Van Duzer, and now Angel Gomez will come up. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. He has a single in this one. Looking to try and put the first run on the board for the Newark Pilots. 1 down right now. Have to see if they potentially go with some more small ball. Van Duzer, his goal, another ground ball, another double play. Already had one back in the 5th inning when there were 2 men on. Set now. Kick steals that one up high. Ball 1. One-0 count incoming now. So, wait a second here. 1-0. Pitch comes in, and that one is ripped hard. It heads over towards center field. Back there for his Baker, but it's going to bounce off, and it's going to hit against the wall. The runners start running. DeRosa moves from third. They call the stop there at third base for Brissell. It's an RBI double for the Pilots and for Angel Gomez, the second hit of the ball game, and now it's a 3-1.
That brings up from the Bronx, New York. From Raleigh, North Carolina, number 30.
And so now, coming up, it's going to be Connor Wright. Had a single himself. Tied in the hits column right now are these two sides. 3-1 in favor of the Pioneers following that RBI double. There's a good hack there from Gomez. Baker not able to make a play. Allowed the man to run on home in DeRosa. That one is ripped, and it's going to go towards left field. That one falls in. They give the sign over to go on home, and that ties the ball game up at 3s. A 2-run single coming in by Connor Wright. His 3rd time on the base path through 3 plate appearances. And we are tied here in Colburn Park. And this is where Coach Burkhan comes out to talk to Kenan Van Duzer. Davenport would be the next batter, and this is where a new arm will begin to come out. Kenan Van Duzer will exit out of this one after throwing 6 1/3 innings. Quality start from him if they can hold this runner on at first. We'll step aside when we return. We're bottom of the 7th inning. It is 3-3 here, a tied ball game. 3 runs have scored in this inning by the Newark Pilots.
The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Maid, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios.
Bottom of the seventh, we return Lucas Rylander on the mound in replacement of Cannon Van Duzer, who went 6 in the third innings and 5 hits on him. He ended up hitting 4 batters. He hit 5 batters, and 3 runs have scored, all of which will be earned. There's still a man on, though, that could add another one and potentially give the lead for the Newark Pilots. Back-to-back rips by them, able to get the score up to 3. RBI double and an RBI 2-run single so far. Rylander gets ready to go here. The pitch, that one down low for a ball. Rylander has been one of the strong relievers for the Elmira Pioneers. Very strong candidate for one of the relievers of the year for the season in terms of the West Division. Of course, I have to look past those 2 over in Batavia and Woodley and Beaver. Pitch, that one outside, because those 2 have just been absolutely lethal for Batavia. Even when facing off against Elmira, where Beaver did get a home run hit off of him. Just incredible work by the team. Pitch there, that one goes for a strike. Rylander gets a good strike there on a 3-0 count. Can get one on the ground, potential opportunity to turn 2. Get out of this inning, keep the game tied to the top of the 8th. Pitching coming, that one is swung on a miss there for a strike. Full count incoming. Tied at 3s here. Rylander kicks and deals. That one hits Davenport. He's going to head over to first. And that moves the leading runner over to first, to scoring position. And now coming up is going to be Jeremy Sosa. Top of the order coming up now. So it looks as though there's going to be a pinch runner coming in here in replacement of Connor Wright. They just figured that one out real quick for him. Get a speedier guy on the base path there in Lucas Orlovitz. So Lucas Orlovitz gets ready on second base. He'll come in as the third baseman in the defensive shift. And he'll come in replacement of Connor Wright. And so now Sosa trying to score the leading run for the Pilots. Rylander's pitch, that one's in high into the air. Heads over back there where it's going to look to be an infield fly rule that gets the out. So 2 down now with man on second. So now coming up is going to be Matthew Dianavio to go here. 2 down, a man on first, man on second for the Pilots. Trying to take the tie out of this one. Dianavio so far today 0 for 2. He's going to get one in play to score another run. Pioneers trying to hold on to the 4th seed in the West Division. Are up by 3. The top half. That one goes past Jones, and running over to 3rd will be Orlovitz. On to 2nd goes Davenport. So now just 90 feet away from taking the lead are the Pilots. The pass, the wild pitch there goes as 1-0 here to D'Ottavio. Rylander gets set. He fires that one low. 2-0. Three runs scored in this inning by Newark. Now getting ready here. The pitch, that one. Inside corner strike. D'Ottavio knew it and was a little not happy with himself on that one. Give a little face as he stepped around. 2-1 count. Rylander looks down, now gets set. Pitch comes in. That one's in the dirt. Good grab there by Jones to make sure it doesn't go past him and allow a man to score. It's now a 3-1 count here for D'Ottavio. Pitch outside of the zone would load the bases. Trying to get the 3rd out here. Pitch, that one's grounded foul. A full count incoming for the shortstop. Jaden Pena on deck would be Marnie here. First pitch. That one, did he swing? They check down. No go. Thought he went. Did not end up going. Correction for you. It's not Jaden Pena coming up. It's Colton Forney coming in. Walk came in there. Bases completely loaded now. Ball 4 did not go on the swing. So now Rylander looks with bases loaded to try and get through this one. First pitch there to Forney. Goes up high. He's gotten on safely twice so far today. 1 hit by pitch and 1 walk. Now looks at a 1-0. Rylander comes set. Kicks and deals. That one just a touch high. It's going to be 2-0. Top of the 9th over in Geneva. 1-0 in favor of the Ironbacks over the Red Wings. The Ironbacks currently on the tail of the Elmira Pioneers. 2-0 the pitch. That one inside 3-0. One pitch away from taking the lead. Sending home Orlovitz from 3rd. Rylander looks down towards Jones. Now gets set. The pitch. High, ball 4. A bases loaded walk, and Newark has taken the lead over the Elmira Pioneers as the 10th batter comes up for this inning. Lucas Orlovitz comes home. Jaden Pena steps up. It is now 4-3 in favor of the Pilots. 4 runs scored in the bottom half of this inning. Makes it a 4-3 ball game as Pena steps up now to look to carry this one through. Cannon Van Duzer started this game off, so he will end the day with 4 earned runs through 6 1/3 innings. Rylander looking to deliver. First pitch, that one low, ball 1. Van Duzer ended his day with 83 pitches. Right now, Rylander at 18. Just threw a 4-pitch walk. Now looking at this one. The throw, that one comes up high, ducked there by Pena. It's 2-0. Jaden Pena looking to score some more runs here for the Newark Pilots. He gets ready to go. Pena this season so far. He looks at that one. He goes for a strike, 2-1 count. He has a grand total of 5 RBIs. And if he can get a ball into play, drop it on in, would score some more runs, extend this lead for Newark. 4-3 right now. That one hit foul. So we'll go 2-2. Rylander just needs one more strike to get out of the inning. The bases loaded jam. 1 run did score when he came in. That was off a 4-pitch walk. Here. Getting set now. Rylander kicks, deals. That one swung on, foul into the netting. Remains a 2-2 count here in the bottom half of the 7th. Pioneers entered into this one with the lead, the 7th inning, 3-0. Pitch, that one runs inside, 3-2. Nearly hit Pena. Full count incoming now. Rylander. Set, kicks, throws. That one high, ball 4. Another walk, brings home a run. It's 5-3 in favor of Newark. And so with that comes the 11th batter of this inning, with Michael DeRosa coming up. It's going to be a meeting with Coach Burkhan for Rylander, and that will be his day. New arm comes out to the mound. It's going to be, looks as though it's going to be Thomas Cheplik. So when we return, Thomas Cheplik comes up to pitch for the Pioneers here in a 5-3 ball game.
The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well, now urgent care. WET.
Back here for the bottom half of the 7th inning, following the bases loaded walk that made this a 5-3 ball game. Thomas Cheplick comes in here to take this one forward. Lucas Rylander exits the game, just throws a third of an inning. And now Cheplick looking to try and get that last out. The pitch, that one, high outside corner, strike. Able to just knock that one through there is Thomas Cheplick. And so he gets ready to go here for the Pioneers. That one goes inside for a ball. It's 1-1. Michael DeRosa started this inning off. He got himself a single as the pinch hitter. Trying to see if he can continue with a little bit of mustard on a swing. And that one foul tipped into the man for a strike. Good grab there by Jones. It's going to be a 1-2. Trying to get DeRosa out. Base is completely loaded right now. 5 runs scored in the bottom half of this inning. That one is ripped, and it's going to go over the glove of Manny Castro at third. 1 run will score. Another run is going to come in. That one towards the left corner. Man is going to hold up there at third base. It's a double for Michael DeRosa, scoring 2 runs. It is now going to be a 7-3 ball game in favor of Newark. They have scored 7 runs in this inning. And the Pioneers not been able to capitalize with 2 outs. It's coming up now is going to be Luke Purcell. He was hit by the pitches last time up. Now just a man on second and third for the Pilots. Cheplick gets ready. The throw. That one's high. Ball 1. That one goes past Jones' glove. Pass ball. That scores another run. It is now going to be an 8-3 ball game in favor of Newark.
And James scores from third base in.
Pass ball there, and now over to third base goes Michael DeRosa. So where last batter the bases were completely loaded, now there's just 1 on here with a 1-0 count coming for Luke Purcell. Over in the other game in Geneva, it's a 1-0 lead right now by the Ironbacks. The bottom of the 9th inning coming up. Pitch from Cheplick. That one fouled back. It's going to be 1-1. Trying to get out of this inning. Limit the damage so far. Batter number 12. 8 runs scored so far. That one outside corner strike. Gets right in there at the thigh level. It's going to be a 1-2 coming now. Cheplick kicks, steals that one. Swung on a miss there for strike 3. So they get out of the inning following that one. It's 8-3 in favor of Newark. When we return, the Pioneers get a chance to bat. It's the top of the 8th inning coming up here from Colburn Park in Newark, New York.
The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios.
Top of the 8th inning following 8 runs scored by Newark in the bottom half of the 7th. That makes this one an 8-3 ball game in favor of the Pilots. Pioneers look to try and come back here. First pitch goes high. Eshelman still on the mound for Newark. The Pioneers look to try and get this one forward and try and get the win. Pitch, that one swung on there by Tidwell, heads over towards left field, and that one's going to drop on in. That's a single for Jalen Tidwell, his first hit of the day, his first time getting on safely here following the 2 errors that got him on. And now coming up is going to be Tyson Gingrich, so you want to get some runs back on the board. That's how to do so. First pitch there going up towards center field, and so it's a man on first with Tyson Gingrich coming up. 1 for 2 so far today. Walked his last time up. Gets ready to go now. Eshelman, the man on first base here. The pitch, that one, in there for a strike. Down the heart of the plate gets strike 1 here against Gingrich. In that game over in Geneva right now, Jeremy Riccio was walked. There's no outs, and there's a man on first base. Represents a tying run for Geneva. The pitch here, that one goes outside. It's going to be a 1-1 count. Once again, a win by Niagara would put them in the lead for 4th place. If the Pioneers are not able to come out of this one with a victory, that one outside. But there have been games this season where the Pioneers have let up some runs against Newark and been on to win. The 17-7 game they had before, one of them. 2-1 counting coming here for Gingrich. That one outside, 3-1. 3-1 count now incoming for Tyson Gingrich. He walked his last time. Tidwell's over there at first base. Eshelman throws. That one hit there, foul, roped over there. 3-2 count. We thank you for joining us here in the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Anthony Labonte taking you through this 9-inning contest in the PGCBL's West Division between the Elmira Pioneers and the Newark Pilots. 3-2 the count, the pitch, that one outside. Ball 4, puts the man on, so walked for a second time today is Gingrich. Now coming up is going to be Jack Aylward, who gets ready to go. Here, he's walked twice so far today. It's going to be a meeting on the mound here with Eshelman before Aylward comes up. It's 2 men on right now, but the story of this game, that last inning, 8 runs scored by Newark when they were down by 3 to take the lead. One of the strongest offensive innings that the Pilots have had all season. Now they get ready here to try and close things up. The Pioneers are down to the last 6 outs to try and work with to tie this ball game or take the lead. Mound visit breaks up. Coming back on is going to be Aylward to take this one further. He steps up and gets ready to go here. Ready for the throw. The first pitch to him. That one goes for a strike. 0-1 count now. Send is Eshelman. Timeout comes from Jack Aylward. Coming close to throwing, that was Eshelman. So now he'll get back into it with a 1-1 count. Look back, the throw, that one goes for a strike, outside corner strike. Comes in there, good framing by Brissell. Makes it an 0-2 count, no outs here. Man on first, man on second. That's Tidwell over at second. First base has Tyson Gingrich. Eshelman delivers. That one Swung on a miss there for strike 3. So down on strikes goes Jack Aylward. He trying to get a whole piece of that one. Just missed a little bit, as there's some discussion happening here as the home plate umpire heard there is some discussion coming here from Jack Aylward, as there's some conversation happening there between the home plate umpire and the coaches, talking to their guy there as they move the man over into the dugout. Sitting out there following, and now coming up will be Trevor Reed. One down here. So he gets ready to go. Trevor Reed, one down now here. Man on second, man on first. And this one. Pitch comes over. That one goes past Reed. So it'll be a 1-0. Reed ducks down on that one. 1-0 count now. The final meeting of the season between these two teams. The pitch, that one goes in there for a strike. Good breaking ball there. Gets right at the belt level against Trevor Reed. Look back. Now gets set. The throw. That one rolls inside. It's going to be a 2-1. Close to hitting Reed, but make sure to stay up. Eshelman looking to try and continue here. 2-1, the pitch. That one hit hard and over towards third base. Not able to grab that one is Orlovitz, but he does end up doing it and gets a kick to the face as a slide there by Tidwell. And down goes Orlovitz, and we will take a second and we will step aside. Tough injury here from Newark, New York.
The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers.
We return here, 2 down coming in. It was a sliding play over at third base where Jalen Tidwell was sliding for the bag and Orlovitz slid towards to get the tag out and just caused cleat to face there. Scary injury. That one runs inside on Ryan Jones. So it'll be a 1-0 coming now with 2 down. Man on first, man on second for the Pioneers. 2 down here. As Ryan Jones looks to try and get another hit today. He had that RBI double earlier in the ball game. So now it's a 1-1 count coming in here. over in Geneva, a 1-1 game. Bases completely loaded with one out there. Geneva tied that one up. The pitch, that one is hit on the ground there by Jones. It's going to be attacked by Orlovitz. He takes a step. He throws over to first. Is it in time? It will be. Good play there by Orlovitz following the play there, and that will head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Manny Esley's giving a discussion to the home plate umpire, trying to say that the tag was offline. Will not be the case. And so now we'll head to the bottom half of the 8th inning as Coach Drum sends a word on his way over. And so he continues to talk to the home plate umpire. Coach Andy Drum and the home plate umpire continue to discuss as there's a discussion about something happening in the field and then something happening over at first, particularly that tag play. Drum will step out here. Nothing there. There was a lot of bickering back and forth between these two sides in terms of the umpiring and the dugout for the Pioneers. And continues to go as it seems to be about the discussion. Coach Barber as well talking on here. And they will step aside and continue to go. They call for the players to come back out. We'll take a second away here from Newark. Pioneers getting ready to go. It's the bottom half of the 8th inning against the Newark Pilots. 8-3 in favor of them. Return here, bottom of the 8th inning, following what was the in-between of the innings there, where Coach Drum had a little bit to say to the home plate umpire and gave a little bit back. Cheplick gives in the first pitch. That one just runs a little bit inside of the fastball. Will be a 1-0 count coming here to Nicholas Nelson, who so far today is 0 for 2 in the ball game. He did get hit by the pitch earlier. That pitch, that one's fouled back. He gets over top of it, and the throw comes over from the home plate umpire. Does not give the ball over to Ryan Jones. Jones left his glove out there. So 1-1 count now incoming here. Pitch, that one goes for a strike. It's going to be a 1-2 for this one. They go to grab the time is out so they can grab the baseball on the foul ball. We'll give it back to the home plate umpire. As Cheplick gets ready to go now. 1-2, no outs. Pilots lead by 5. The pitch, that one is high. Swung on that one there by Nelson. Back there to grab that one is going to be the left fielder and Trevor Reed for the out. So first out comes in there on the fly ball here in the 8th inning.
Up next, number 14,
And so now coming up is going to be Angel Gomez, who has been having good days so far today. He has 2 hits in the ball game, one a single and the other a double. That ended up scoring a run. So now getting ready to go here with 1 out. Bases empty right now for him. Pioneers are down to their last 3 outs when it comes to the top half of the inning. Jones tries to frame, no good on the bouncing ball there. Will be a 1-0. Cheplick kicks, steals that one. Swung on there, foul. Just pulled a little too early there by Gomez. We'll go for a 1-1 count now. Tensions have boiled here in Newark. Is getting ready to throw here. That one is hit hard. That's going to head towards left field again. It's going back there. Reed is tracking that one. It's going to be right off of the wall. Gets off of his glove, and that's going to be a throw on in. Gomez is going to try and go for 3. The throw down, it's a tag in time for the out. So a double, and he's tossed down on the throw. So now it's going to be 2 down here for the Pilots. Big swing there by Gomez. Trying to extend it, though. Got a little too aggressive. But great job by him. So that'll be his 3rd hit of the ball game with a double. Just thrown out on that one. And now Lucas Orlovitz comes up. He had that, was the pinch runner last time in the last inning, and then was able to come home following a walk. Two down here. Pitch, that one is fouled. 4 strike 1. 0-1 count now here for Orlovitz as the Geneva-Niagara game has gone into extra innings. That one goes for a ball. It's now going to be a 1-1 count incoming here. Pitch, that one outside, 2-1. Thomas Chaplick getting his sign from Ryan Jones. The pitch, that one is hit there, and it's going to go, and it's going to drop on in. Lucas Orlovitz has himself a hit. That one will go for a single. It drops on over towards left field. And so the offense continues to roll here in these past 2 innings by the Newark Pilots for another hit in the ball game as Hayden Davenport comes up. Single there. Now leads to this. 2 outs, 1 man on. The pitch, that one, outside. 1-0. Davenport so far today, he had a fielder's choice. He grounded into a double play and got hit by the pitch earlier. That one's hit on the down on the ground there. For a ball, it's 2-0. Does a little shuffle in the batter's box there. 2-0 count coming into Davenport. The pitch, that one. Outside corner strike. Two 2-1 count now coming in. The pitch, that one. Hit high into the air towards shallow left field, left center field. Back for that one is Tidwell. He gets underneath it, makes the catch, and gets the out for the 3rd out. So we end the top half of the 9th inning. Pioneers have just 3 outs to work with to try and tie this one up, if not take the lead. See a hug out there towards shortstop between Jalen Tidwell and Lucas Orlovitz following the spike there that happened the last time. So we head to the top of the 9th. We'll stay on the air here. We won't switch away. And Zashelman will come back onto the mound. And for the Pioneers, this is a big inning for them because here, if they're not able to get these 5 runs, all of a sudden their chances for the playoffs become a little bit slimmer. They entered into today having just 3 games left, that being today against Newark, tomorrow in a game going against Geneva. That's at home. Then on Sunday, it's going against Auburn. If they won all 3, they would make the playoffs automatically. No chance for Niagara or for Olean to jump them. But now, if they aren't able to win this ball game, that changes some things up and makes it a little bit different because it also depends now on how Niagara and Olean are going to end up playing in their games. For Niagara, they're in the top of the 10th against Geneva, looking to try and go there. And so if that game were to end up going as a win for Niagara or as a tie, could change things up fantastically in favor for Niagara. For Olean right now, against Jamestown. It's the bottom of the 8th inning. They currently lead over Jamestown 8-2. Manny Esley now comes up to the plate for the Pioneers in the top half of the 9th inning. Last 3 outs the Pioneers have to work with here. First pitch comes to Esley. That one's outside. It's going to be going there for ball number 1. 8-run inning by Newark that could define this entire game. The pitch, that one is swung on there by Esley. That one goes foul. Goes 1-1. And for Manny Esley so far today, he looks to try and bring things forward. 0 for 2. He had that sacrifice fly that scored a run. That one goes for a strike. It's going to be a 1-2 count. Pioneers 3 runs in the ballgame. The big factor, though, has just been the men left on base through the first 5 innings. They left a grand total of 8 men on. That can come back and bite them. That one swung on there by Esley. Heads over towards the right side of the infield. Getting underneath that one is going to be the second baseman there in Dianavio for the first down. So now coming up is going to be Alex Davis. Pioneers are down to their final 2 outs now to try and take down Newark. Newark has beaten the Pioneers in the season before. Beat them in the doubleheader on July 4th. Looking to do it for a second time this year. Pitch comes in. That one too high. Ball 1 to Alex Davis, who walked his last time up. Here. Getting ready now. The pitch, that one inside. It's going to be 2-0. 2-0 count coming now. The pitch, that one in there for a strike. Goes 2-1 here against Davis. 0 for 3 in the ball game. 1 walk. Pitch. That one hit off the end of the bat. Heads over towards the right side in foul territory. Diving for that one and making the grab there is the first baseman in Nicholas Nelson. You see Bracell put the hands up there. It was a falling over catch for that one. It's 2 down now. Newark is just 1 out away from picking up their 6th win of the season and upsetting the Elmira Pioneers in their chase for the 4th seed in the West Division. Now coming up is Manny Castro. He's 2 for 3 in the ball game. 1 single, a double, and a fielder's choice. That was his way out. He does have a hit by pitch so far today. That one swung on a miss there for strike number 1. Newark may be out of the playoffs potential, but they have an opportunity to absolutely shake up the entirety of the landscape. For second pitch of this at-bat, that one's high from Eshelman. It's a win situation for him. Would be in line if the score were to hold. Pioneers aren't able to score 5. The 1-1, the pitch, that one inside 2-1. Grant Ingram started the game off, will not be a factor in the decision. 8 runs scored by the Pilots in the 7th. That one goes in and hits Castro on the thigh. He'll get on to first base, and now Brett Baker will come up.
Okay, Pilots fans, let's make some noise for your pitcher.
Brett Baker comes on now. He does not have a hit right now in the ball game. Trying to extend his hitting streak to 16 games at risk of losing it in this at-bat. Castro over at first. 8-3 ball game in favor of Newark. Trying to get another win on their season. Here, first pitch upstairs, ball 1. 1-0 count. Getting ready here. Set to go. Delivery, that one outside. 2-0 here for Brett Baker. Back-to-back pitches outside. He's held up on. Castro over at first. Infield playing back. That one's high. 3-0 here. Baker walked his first time up. That was in the first inning. Let's see if he can get on again. Eshelman sent on the rubber. The right-hander deals. Bunt shown, pull back, strike. Bonnie had it, but we'll have to head back to the box. There, just hit the top of the top corner of the zone. 3-1 count here. Eshelman trying to get back into this one, following the first 3 pitches going for balls. 3-1, the pitch, that one outside, ball 4. Baker gets on for a second time today.
So with 2 men on, and
Two men on. And now coming up is Brandon Duback. He's 0 for 4 in the ball game. He's struck out 3 times. If there is a clutch situation, Brandon Duback is the man to look towards for the Pioneers. Eshelman looks back towards second. Now he throws that one outside. Stepping up for that one is Brissell. It's going to be a 1-0. Looking down towards Brissell. Brissell gives the sign. Sent now. Kicks, deals from the stretch. That one's hit on the ground there by Duback. No one's in the area. It's going to move over towards the outfield. Giving the sign on over to home for Castro. Castro runs on in. And now it's going to be an 8-4 ball game. RBI single there by Brandon Duback. And now coming up is going to be Jalen Tidwell to get this one going. So now it's a man on second, man on first. Pioneers score another run. 8-4. They have to just score 4 more to tie this ball game up. And keep this one going. Down to their last out. Tidwell, last time up, had a single. Pitch, that one. Swung on a miss there for strike number 1. Ran inside. If it did hit the bat, that would have gone inside. Probably jammed him. A good spot there by Eshelman. Brett Baker on second. Duback on the first. The pitch, that one. Hit there, and it's going to go towards left field, and it's going to go down and in. Left center field, it goes back towards the wall. 1 run will score. Give the sign to Duback to go. Tidwell's going to run. The helmet comes off of him. He goes towards third base. The throw comes in, sliding in for a triple. Jalen Tidwell does it once again. And now it's going to be an 8-6 ball game. 2-run score for the Pioneers. Looking to try and get into this one as Tyson Gingrich now comes up for this one. 2-run score. And getting ready, gets his helmet back. There is Jalen Tidwell. It came flying off when he was running around the base path. Coach Burkhand runs off with the gear. Big swing there by Jalen Tidwell, because that one there is going to be his 6th triple of the season. Tyson Gingrich now steps up to the plate. So far today, he's walked twice and also has a single. He's 1 for 2. Trying to see if he can score Jalen Tidwell. The pitch, that one goes for a strike. If Gingrich can get on, he would represent the tying run for the Pioneers. They've scored 3 in this inning. Jalen Tidwell over at third. The pitch, that one is ripped there by Gingrich. It heads over towards left field, going back there, but making the grab is going to be Davenport for the 3rd out, so that will end the ball game. The Elmira Pioneers drop this one, and what seems to be a must-win game to the Newark Pilots in an 8-6 final score. A big win for the Pilots over the Pioneers, and the Pioneers now drop to 18-17 on the season, just 1 game above 500. They will be looking on towards Niagara and Geneva to see what ends up happening. If that game ends up going into a tie, the Ironbacks and the Pioneers will be tied for the 4th seed, and that will lead towards the tiebreakers. Of course, there's still a couple games left there for the 2 sides. In terms of the other games happening around the West Division of the PGCBL today, the Olean Oilers currently lead over Jamestown 8-2 in the top of the 9th inning. That's a big game, because if Olean can win out right now, they would come very close to making it into the 4th seed. Batavia currently leads over Auburn 9-2, and that leads us to our upcoming games for the Elmira Pioneers. It's the game tomorrow, the last 2 games of the season. Game tomorrow, Friday, home. That's against Geneva Red Wings. That is fireworks presented by Hilliard and Southern Tier Custom Fabricators. For ticket information, you can call 607-734-2690. Sure will be a fun game, and that's going to be an important game for the Pioneers. A must-win game for them. Then on Sunday, it's against the Double Days, where the Double Days have just about secured the 3 spot in the West Division. And that will do it here from Newark, New York. We would like to give a special thank you to our owners, Robbie and Miss Nellie Nichols, alongside our general managers, Mark and Tabitha Witt. Our assistant general manager is Jacob Rose. I'm Anthony Lamonte taking you through the ball game here today. We will see you tomorrow for a must-win game for the Elmira Pioneers. They dropped this one to the Newark Pilots 8-6 from Colburn Park. Thank you, and